Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Radio Public, Breaker, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 32 coming soon. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Uncut Gems. It stars Adam Sandler, Lakeith Stanfield, Kevin Garnett, Julia Fox, Idina Menzel, Judd Hirsch. And it's directed by the Safdie brothers, Benny and Josh Safdie. They also directed Good Time a couple years ago with Robert Pattinson. If you want to get a shout out in my review of Doolittle, 1917, Just Mercy, I have no idea what my first review of 2020 is going to be. Stay tuned to the end of the video to figure out how you can do that. So you got Adam Sandler, who is a jeweler in New York in 2012. He comes into possession of something very expensive, and because he owes money all over the city, this thing can potentially square all his debts. And Kevin Garnett happens to be in his store and falls in love with this thing, and he's dodging these dudes that's trying to shake him down, trying to get his item back from KG while trying to just balance his life and keep everything together. My theater came through and just popped something out from under the tree because I did not expect this movie to come to the theater in my town ever. I thought the first time I was going to see this movie was like 3 months after I bought the Blu-ray. And I hate to be that guy, but believe the hype. I loved everything about this movie. It runs like 2 hours and 13-ish minutes, and I was invested the whole time. It starts off at one place where I'm just like, what does this have to do with Adam Sandler? And then it fades. As soon as it fades, it's mad gross. Forewarning. But I knew exactly what it was, and I was like, that's gross. And it was just gross. Just leave it at that. And it's Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler's performance is so good in this movie. I forget him for all the Netflix bullshit that's come out over the past 4 years. This may be, including The Wedding Singer, including Big Daddy, including Punch Drunk Love, which I feel like is severely overrated. I've seen it a couple times. Forgive me, I just don't get it. This is arguably, I'll give you that, his best performance ever. Like he does this thing with his voice where it kind of sounds like his nose is stuffy, but like he's got this arrogance about him that's crazy. And like he gets his ass kicked a couple times, and he gets back up and carries on like nothing happened. Idina Menzel plays his wife. His family hates him. Like he's a weasel. He's a piece of shit. He's burned every possible bridge he could, and he's got this addiction. Like when you think there's another movie where I feel like it's recent that the character got a million chances to get right and still made a bad decision, and I can't remember what it was. This is that movie. Like, Adam Sandler has this issue, and as soon as you think he's gonna make the right decision and be smart, he doubles up. And like Lakeith Stanfield is good in everything he's in. I haven't seen Julia Fox in anything, but she steals a couple scenes in this movie. Like she gives a damn near great performance. And like the score is something like I've never heard before. Like the score hits different. I hope I've been vague enough to where I didn't give anything away, and it just snowballs. Like this movie is just anxiety filled chaos, and as soon as it feels like you know what's gonna happen, like I got in my own head like, okay, this is gonna happen. This is probably what turned about. This should go down. I was wrong every time, and then the ending just backhand slapped the shit out of me out of nowhere. I never saw this ending coming a million miles away. If you have a chance to see this, man, I highly recommend this movie, man. Like this makes me want to like drop everything that I want to watch and just find time to watch Good Time ASAP. With all that being said, man, in my opinion, I will say that Uncut Gems is dope as fuck. Have you seen Uncut Gems? What you think about it, man? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. I've recently posted reviews for Star Wars, for Richard Jewell, for Jumanji: The Next Level, other November movies as well. Um, I want to see Spies in Disguise tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that. And then, like I said, like I don't know what January brings. Some form of 1917 Just Mercy Underwater. I feel like is gonna be like my first batch of reviews for 2020. So be on the lookout for that. If you want shouted in my next review, my first review of the new year. How much will Star Wars make in its second weekend, man? Be the first, be the closest. Get your guesses in by noon Central Time Sunday. That's almost a full week to get your guesses in. It's gonna be the Friday to Sunday numbers. So next Rec League episode coming this weekend, man. End of the year stuff, man. Top 5 albums, top 5 movies, top 5 movies of the decade, 5 most anticipated. It's gonna be a cram-packed episode to close out the year. We're gonna try to work out some NFL playoffs. Like we're gonna be recording as the last Sunday goes, so that's gonna be kind of wild to figure out. Because by the time I get on again, like the wild card round will be over. So like, subscribe, comment, find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.